Hello, my name is Dexter Villarreal, and I'll be doing speech 1. So, the earliest memory I have growing up is being in an ESL class. So, ESL is English Second Language. And in these classes, I would be separated from the rest of my classmates, and I would be reading a book, trying to learn the English language as proficiently as I could. And the rest of my classmates were either playing, they're doing crafts, just leisure time. And I was forced to read a book, and I hated that because I just wanted to be with the rest of my classmates having fun, and it made me hate learning English at first, but then I grew to love it over time because it taught me perseverance and love for my culture. So learning English was rewarding initially because it helped me assist my grandmother, but over time it taught me so many life lessons that I do not think I could do without. So being in a border town, it was easier for ESL speakers like me because it was a mixture of the English language and the Spanish language, so it was easier to get by. But it was still the United States at the end of the day, so it was still trying to predominantly be English. So I would assist my grandmother in simple tasks like every day, so like grocery store, the bank, just simple things like that. And when she needed me to translate, I'd be there and I'd be able to translate, but sometimes I wouldn't know the correct word to like either translate English to Spanish or Spanish to English because it wasn't direct, and it made me feel useless, just very belittling experience because I felt like I couldn't do one simple thing to help my grandmother who gave me the world. So after those like times, my grandmother would like reward me. She would like get me a sweet little treat, and I was just like so confused, like, why are you rewarding me when I couldn't help you? But it kind of clicked at one point where I was like, my grandmother had no one to assist her when she first moved to this country. So it kind of hurt me, but it also taught me how much she had to persevere in order to get by and to make it to where she was now, or where she is now. And it just gave me so much strength seeing that she was able to do it. So it gave me that sense of perseverance that I would be able to do the same thing if she could. So being bilingual and a person of color in a country that never really praised diversity made me never have pride in my culture. So as being an ESL student, we're kind of taught to assimilate, to adapt, to make it seem as though we are not ESL speakers, because it's frowned upon to like speak Spanish in a setting where it's only English, even if speaking Spanish makes it seem it's easier for us. And there's instances where there would be fights in the classroom or disagreements because the ESL speakers and the English speakers would just think that we're talking bad things when it wasn't really bad things. We were just trying to get a point across in Spanish, but the non-ESL speakers just didn't realize that. And it was just a tough time in school. And then in the Valley, where I'm from, we're all centered around this idea of the American dream, which forced many of us to push down our culture. And we all kind of grew with that, and it was just very much trying to assimilate and try to be very much whitewashed. And I never really felt that way until I moved to college and I started missing home. But it was like, oh, I miss my mom, I miss my dad, I miss I didn't miss people. I missed the culture. So I realized that it wasn't really whitewashed and my culture was a really big part of me. So I started reconnecting with my culture, and English really taught me that assimilating wouldn't change who I was at all. It would just help me better adapt to places, and English allowed me to learn that. So English showed me the beauty and strength that comes from being bilingual, and it helped me assist those that I cared about, and it brought me back to my roots. And English will always be something I will be grateful towards because it assisted me in life and taught me to love myself for everything that I am.